Welcome you back to Comstock High School. Set for the second half here shortly, a 3-1 lead for Comstock over Bloomingdale. Jordan Slocum here with you. We've got temperatures in the low 70s, partly cloudy skies. Really can't ask for a much nicer day to start off the season considering it's still mid-August, and a lot of times you might have, temperatures in the 90s. Not as fun. Enjoy the 70s, at least I enjoy it. Comstock wearing the white jerseys, black shorts with the Carolina blue trim on the front and back, numbers on both sides, and Comstock written on the chest. And their goalkeeper, Mr. Logan Hicks, the freshman, he's wearing a Carolina blue and highlighter green top. On the other side, Bloomingdale, they're in the red jerseys and shorts with white numbers on the front, or rather on the back and on the front of the shorts, with white striping down the sides and on the shoulders. Their goalkeeper, sophomore Gabriel Perez, is wearing green. The officials in yellow and black. Mark Case, head coach for Bloomingdale. For Comstock, Justin Ansel. Starters for Bloomingdale, the 4-3-3. The defenders are Miguel Marin, Ezekiel Isidoro, Ricardo Sesteda, and Nick Weldon. Midfielders Timothy Warden, Gustavo Silva, and Jeremy Bermel. Forwards Rodrigo Salazar, Carlos Garcia, and Caleb Harris. For Comstock, a 4-2-3-1. Defenders Kyle Moore, Victor Placencia, Brandon Willis, and Marcus Cannon. Midfielders David Thomas, Eric Miller, Zach Tauby, Seth Ansel, and Fernando Placencia, with their forward Evan Veenheis. Comstock begins with the ball going left to right, and we are underway here in the second half. Evan Veenheis, 2 of his team's 3 goals. He brings it into the attacking third. Passes ahead for Tauby, who tries to chase it down into the near corner. Keeps it in from going out of play, but nobody there for a shot, and it'll be easily scooped up by Perez. By my very unofficial tally, I had 10 saves for Perez in the first half and 2 from Hicks. Comstock certainly has had far more of the offensive attack and pressure and control here so far in this contest. Knocked out of play right along the near touchline. Comstock gets the throw in. Marcus Cannon tosses it into the attacking third. Veenheis couldn't settle it down against Marin. Out of play near the Comstock bench of the throw in by Cannon. Colts try to settle it down and move into the attacking third. Good work by Gustavo Silva, though. Number 8 versus number 8 as he wrestled it away from Eric Miller. Bloomingdale, though, misplays it, and that allows Comstock to bring it back into the attacking third, looking for Ansel near the arc, and they just clear it out of bounds. Bermel does for Bloomingdale, so a throw in for the Colts. 3-1 Comstock, just underway in the second half. Fernando Placencia will throw it in. He gets it back, pops it into the box toward the arc. Loose ball near the penalty spot. Veenheis takes a left-footed shot and a save made on the ground by Perez. And the sophomore, Gabriel Perez, he's looked pretty good. He's shown some good things as a young goalkeeper. Not an easy position to play as a sophomore. On the other side, a freshman, Logan Hicks, making his first ever start for Comstock. As we have a foul near midfield and a free kick coming for Bloomingdale, about 50 yards away from the net. Taking the free kick is Gustavo Silva, sophomore. This Bloomingdale team only has 2 seniors, very young team. A lot of those young guys played last year's. They take a long shot that goes well over the net from about 45 yards out. Goal kick for Hicks. Only 2 seniors on the roster. A lot of returning sophomores and juniors who saw a lot of time last year. Coach Case trying to build that program up after some struggles in recent years. Comstock boots it past midfield. Bloomingdale able to settle it down in the center circle. 3 minutes into the second half, Comstock up 3-1. Now the Colts get it back. They try a long pass ahead. Veenheis almost had a breakaway, but he couldn't settle it down, had to go back to retrieve it. Now he's got 3 defenders in front of him. Just pops it over toward the far corner for David Thomas, and Thomas loses it out of play, and it'll be a goal kick. Perez has to go a long way to chase that ball down, and now bring it back and get it for the goal kick. Comstock High School, we've got a natural grass playing surface. Really a beautiful Friday night. get the season underway. First official days that you can have varsity action is today. Ball near midfield. Thomas tries to get it for Comstock, but he is denied by Bloomingdale. Colts take it back, though. Now they'll try to move into the attacking third. Heading toward the far corner with it is Seth Ansel. He has one of his team's 3 goals, and Ansel has it deflect off of his foot and toward the net and picked up by the keeper, Perez. Perez with a right-footed boot puts it all the way into the center circle on the fly, but it's sent back the wrong direction by Bloomingdale, which allows David Thomas to take it for Comstock. Thomas pops it up in the air, about 35 yards out. Out of play at the far touch line, throw in Comstock. 4 minutes in to the second half. 3-1 Comstock leads Bloomingdale. Ansel takes it toward the far corner for the Colts, looking for the cross into the box and into the hands of the keeper, Perez. Puts it high into the air. Perez sends it past midfield. Bloomingdale looking to get something going. Silva has it near the center circle. Passes 20 yards ahead. Bloomingdale gets to the edge of the attacking third, but good work by Kyle Moore. Cut it off. Moore has it taken away, though. He had 2 defenders rip it back from him, and now Moore steals it away again. Great job by Kyle Moore. He brings it across midfield. Passes ahead to Veenhuis, and it's sent out of play at the near corner for a throw-in by Comstock. Moore, a first-team all-conference defender last year, for good reason. One of the many reasons Comstock went 19-3 last year and got to the regional semifinal. Throw-in goes into the box. It's loose. Ansel tumbles over the keeper, Perez. It's cleared out of the box toward the benches. Out of play. Throw-in coming for Bloomingdale. Bloomingdale unable to get it out of their defensive third. Veenhuis, about 35 yards out, passes to the opposite end of the field. Fernando Placencia at the far corner. He's in the box, settles it down, tries to get it back to Ansel, but Marin will get it out of trouble for the moment for Bloomingdale. Thomas takes it back for the Colts, passes to the arc from Miller. Miller couldn't get a shot off, and now Silva will just clear it out for Bloomingdale, out toward the center circle. Into the 47th minute, 3-1. Comstock leads Bloomingdale. Cardinals able to keep it in along the near touchline. Carlos Garcia trying to get it into the attacking third. Bloomingdale really hasn't gotten it much past midfield yet here in the second half. Silva brings it in about 35 yards from the net, but he gets denied. Good work by Eric Miller to cut him off. And that allows Ansel to pick up the ball and bring it across midfield for Comstock. Looking for Veenhuis, but rejected back towards center. Bloomingdale boots it, headed right back the other direction by Moore. Fernando Placencia at the far touchline midfield. Ball still loose. Now Comstock tries to settle it down in the center circle. With 33 minutes to go here in the second half, a Comstock 3-1 advantage over Bloomingdale. The last goal came at the midway point of the first half on a penalty kick by Veenhuis. We've been scoreless for the last 28 minutes. Ansel brings it toward the attacking third, passes back for Veenhuis. Veenhuis looking back for Ansel at the arc, but that's denied by Murrin. Comstock gets it back, cleared out again by Murrin. Miguel Marin doing a good job. Junior defender, one of their starters. Throw in from Comstock from in front of their bench. Seth Ansel trying to get around a defender. Bermeel cuts him off. Comstock takes it back near the arc. Here's Thomas. David Thomas at the arc takes a right-footed shot, and he scores! What a snipe by Thomas. 4-1 Comstock. Beats the goalkeeper to the far post. David Thomas, the junior, did not have any goals last year. He gets his first of this year with 32:04 on the clock in the second half.
Number 2, David Thomas.
4-1 Comstock. Impressive shot there. Bloomingdale gives it into the attacking third as we're back underway. Harris, he has their own goal. He rushes into the box. Couple defenders still in front of him, but Harris gets a shot off, going for the far post. Hicks had it cut off, though, and makes the save. But that was an impressive work by Caleb Harris. He had 4 or 5 guys running with him the entire way, but kept possession and still got a halfway decent look. Comstock trying to get it out of their defensive third. Misplayed. Tim Warden can't hold on to it, though, for Bloomingdale. Cardinals get it back. Out of play, they'll have the throw in. They throw it into Warden. The far touch line, and cleared out by Eric Miller. Big boot back the other way by Bermel. Goes all the way out of play for a goal kick. He hit that one about 45 yards from the net. 31 minutes remain here in the second half. It's 4-1 Comstock. Goal kick booted from the box by Kyle Moore, the defender, and not the goalkeeper. Colts get it toward the center circle. Placencia looking for Veenhuis right at the center spot. Gustavo Silva wrestles away, tries to hold on to possession, and he'll draw a foul and get a free kick. Silva, midfielder and a sophomore. He's been one of the more impressive Cardinals I've seen here in this contest. A lot of young guys, maybe wouldn't be getting this much varsity time at a bigger school, but they've got some guys with talent, that's for sure. Cardinals got it toward the attacking third, but they can't settle it down. Now a long pass back the other way for Comstock. The keeper comes well out of his box to clear it out of play. Throw in coming for the Colts from midfield. Taube throws it in for Miller. Miller brings it toward the box and it's sent back out. Another throw in coming for the Colts. 10 minutes in to the second half. We've played 50 minutes of soccer. 4-1 Comstock. Throw in will be coming from Eric Miller for about 25 yards away from the net. He throws it backward and doesn't hit his target, looking for Veenhuis. That allows Bloomingdale to get it past midfield. Good job keeping it in play along the touchline by Brandon Willis. That gets it past midfield for the Colts. Now Seth Ansel, about 30 yards out. He comes into the attacking third. Ansel at the arc. 2 red shirts around him. Lost it, but Veenhuis there. Tries a left-footed shot, and you could tell that was his bad foot because he shanked that one well wide of the net and out of play.
Substitutions for the Colts. Number 13, Kyle
Comstock
Mortimer.
brings in Kyle Mortimer, freshman, play in the midfield, and also Alex Kish, another freshman midfielder. Mortimer, one of 2 players listed as a goalkeeper. He and the man who's in net for this game, Hicks, both freshmen. 4-1 Comstock. Not a very good goal kick by Bloomingdale, but good work to pick up the mistake by Ezekiel Isdoro, Got it to midfield for Bloomingdale. Comstock takes it back. Now they come into the attacking third. Here's Veenhuis. Veenhuis passes to the box for Placencia. A little tap toward the arc. Nobody there for it, though, and Jeremy Bermel will get it out of trouble for the time being. Silva near the Comstock bench, able to force a throw in. With 28 minutes to go here in the second half. Comstock with the lead, 4-1 over Bloomingdale. Season opener here from Comstock High. At midfield, Colts coming into the attacking third in the white, blue, and black. Bloomingdale in the red and white. Long touch all the way into the box, but nobody there for it for Comstock, so the keeper will get possession. Sophomore Perez. Can't pick it up. He's just playing with it with his fit. Now he picks it up. He can pick it up. Was choosing not to. Now he punts it to center. Up in the center circle, Comstock gets it back. Ansel to Veenhuis, about 40 yards out. Passes backward to Kish. Kish loses it, and that allows Bloomingdale to take it back. Carlos Garcia off to Silva. Silva passes to his right toward the far touchline, looking back for Silva, but the official got in his path, and that impeded him from playing the ball. Nothing malicious. Ref has his space, too. Here's Wienhuis on the attack now for Comstock, passing to Ansel into the box. Ansel takes a shot and goes wide to the left. Keeper's left, his right. Goal kick coming for Bloomingdale. Comstock with a 4-1 advantage. Clock reads 26:35 and ticking here in the second half. Goal kick picked up by Mortimer. Mortimer brings it into the box but couldn't get a shot off, and Perez able to fall on it. Here comes another goal kick. Or rather, another kick by the goalkeeper. Actually decided not to kick it. He just threw it over to one of his teammates. And it is booted toward the far side. Sesteda boots it toward midfield at the far touchline. Now trying to rush ahead with it is Caleb Harris. Harris brings it into the attacking third. Two defenders with him. Big collision. No whistle either way. Harris back up. And there a shoulder charge, and that'll be a foul against Harris, who very obviously lowered the shoulder and gave a bit of a shove there to Victor Placencia. So the free kick coming for Comstock. Harris, the junior, has his team's lone goal. That came 15 minutes into the contest. Comstock's goals, 2 by Wienhuis, 1 from Ansel and 1 from Thomas. 4-1 Colts lead. 25 minutes remain. In the center circle, ball comes toward the Bloomingdale bench and goes out of play. Throw in for Comstock. And we'll have a whistle before the throw in came. And the official says you got to try again. Not sure if they're wanting to maybe switch balls out or what, but now he'll throw it in. And now the officials blow it dead again. This time, Perez was trying to get the other ball out of play and was out of position, so the officials realizing, well, wait a minute, that'd be an unfair advantage. We'll bring the ball back. Take 3. Marcus Cannon. Now he's able to toss it in. Hits off of a Cardinal. They get it back to midfield. Good slide by Jeremy Burmell to take it away for the Cardinals. Now they try a long feed ahead. Here comes Harris. Harris into the box, but puts it too far in front of him, and that allows the keeper, Hicks, to fall on it. 24 minutes remain in the second half. A 4-1 lead for Comstock. Season opener from Comstock High here on this Friday. Jordan Slocum with you. Thanks for checking out the Slocum Sports Network. Comstock brings it across midfield. Here comes Evan Wienhuis into the attacking third. Burmell tries to slide and take it away from him. He cannot. But Sesteda able to succeed and take it away from him. Good job by Alex. Comstock brings it back into the attacking third, over toward Thomas. David Thomas has the most recent goal, passes it back out toward one of his defensemen. That's Willis. Kish, little tap toward the arc. Ansel picks it up, back to Thomas to his left. Thomas about 25 yards out, tries a long shot, and it is saved by Perez. Had to corral it off of it bounced off of his hands, but he was able to pick it up after that, and by my unofficial count, that's 12 saves. We have 23 minutes to go. It's 4-1. Rule change for this year in Michigan high school soccer: no more overtime at all in regular season games. So if the game is tied at the end of regulation, it's just a tie. No penalty kicks, no overtime. Not in the regular season, at least. Postseason still could come into play. Bloomingdale brings it into the center circle. Timothy Wharton, honorable mention All-SAC last year. Doesn't have the numbers, and Comstock takes it back. Kyle Mortimer trying to get it to Wienhuis, but he's cut off by Burmell. Kish gets it near the center circle, right in front of the Comstock bench. Here comes Wienhuis. 2 defenders with him. He's able to split them both into the box. Wienhuis takes a shot. Great save by Perez. And Perez able to deflect the rebound out of play for a corner. That's good awareness to see that that rebound was going to be right back at Veenhuis, who would have had another chance.
Substitution for the Colts, number 8, Seth Miller.
Comstock brings Eric Miller back into the game
And substitution for
in
the
place
Cardinals,
of Placencia.
Ricardo Sesteta.
Ricardo Sesteta will check in for Bloomingdale. Only the third corner kick of the game between the two teams. They've all come for Comstock. Taking it will be David Thomas at the near corner. Sends it. Header goes through the box. No one able to get a shot off. Now Bloomingdale brings it out of their defensive third. Silva gets it past midfield and pops it forward for Harris, who's going to try to outrace everybody. Harris brings it along the far touchline into the attacking third, and a great job by Victor Placencia to pick his pocket. Great job by the senior defender. Comstock gets it to midfield. Colts lead Bloomingdale 4-1. 21 minutes to go. They try a long feed ahead for Veenhuis. He's able to get in front of a defender, but that defender able to get back and cause some trouble. He'll try a shot, and a save made at the near post by Perez. Boy, they've kept Perez busy. Considering the opportunities Comstock has had, and they've had some good ones. Perez is, when you give up 4 goals, you might not initially think that he's had a great game, but he's made some nice saves, especially as a sophomore playing his first varsity game of the year. Ansel brings it back. He'll try a shot, and another diving save at the near post by Perez. Nearly halfway through the second. Just about 60 minutes elapsed. 4-1 lead for the Colts over the Cardinals here. Comstock trying to move it back into the attacking third again. Thomas. He's got the big club on his right hand. Luckily, you don't need your hands if you're not a goalkeeper. They get it toward the arc. Veenhuis couldn't settle a shot down and cleared out by Ricardo Sesteta. Settled down near the center circle by Marcus Cannon for Comstock. Cleared out again, though, by Bloomingdale. Headed back into the attacking third by Cannon. Good work by him. Right in front of the Comstock bench, goes out of play, throw in Bloomingdale. Got more great soccer coming your way on Monday here on the Slocum Sports Network. Got a defending state champion taking on a team that made it to the Final Four last year. Matawan and Hackett Catholic. That's coming up on Monday here on the Slocum Sports Network. Ansel brings it into the attacking third, stops near the arc for Comstock, passes back for Eric Miller. Miller tries a long shot, didn't get much power on it, and it's an easy pickup for Perez. Also got a rematch of a district tournament game from last year coming up on Tuesday with Marshall and Charlotte here on the Slocum Sports Network. Full upcoming schedule, you can find it online at slocumsports.com. Busy week next week, soccer, volleyball, and football all coming up. Glad to have the fall sports season back. Comstock has it near their bench toward the attacking third. Ansel trying to get through a couple of red shirts. They get it over toward the near corner for Kyle Mortimer. Mortimer loses his footing, though, and Bloomingdale able to get it out of trouble. They send it out of play. Throw in Comstock. Colts making a sub.
For the Colts, number 5, Zach Tobby.
Zach Tobby, one of their starting midfielders. He's a senior, back into the game. Coming out was Alex Kish, the freshman. 18 minutes or so to go here in the second half. A 4-1 lead for Comstock. At midfield, Colts have pretty much controlled this second half. Bloomingdale's hardly had the ball past midfield. The Colts have really settled things down. Knocked out of play again. Throw in for Comstock in front of the Bloomingdale bench and Coach Mark Case. On the other side, Coach Justin Ansel for Comstock. Also serves as the Colt athletic director and girls basketball coach. And his son Seth has one of his team's 4 goals. Gets sent all the way back toward Logan Hicks, the Comstock keeper, and he passes it forward. And now here come the Colts past midfield once more, but it is rejected up into the air, past midfield by Alex Esteta. In the center circle, they trade the ball back and forth. Over to the near touch line. Cannon able to keep it in only briefly, but it's out of play. Throw in for the Cardinals. 4-1 is your score in favor of Comstock. 17 minutes remain. Bloomingdale puts it into the attacking third, but nobody there for them offensively. Trying to chase it down is Carlos Garcia, but definitely did not have the numbers. Comstock brings it back past midfield. Now they try a long boot ahead. Ansel couldn't chase it down in time, and it's rejected away by one of the Cardinals. Bloomingdale takes it past midfield, trying to get their first real rush that they've had in the second half. They get it toward the arc. Loose ball. Harris takes a shot, but didn't get all of it, and it's an easy save for Logan Hicks. With 16 minutes to go here in the second half. 4-1 Comstock. They get it to midfield. Seth Ansel settles it down. A little light touch with the right foot. Moves it over to Kyle Moore. Moore brings it out of the center circle. Moore charges forward toward the arc. Moore gets tripped up, but that's a good, clean defensive play there by Marin. Comstock gets it back into the attacking third. Over toward the far corner goes Kish. Kish tries a bad angle shot, and it goes out of play for a goal kick. Couple subs for the Colts. Teague Rolshin back into the game, junior midfielder. And in the defensive end will be Dalton Watkins. He's a freshman. Some young guys getting some playing time, but pretty experienced Comstock squad. Trying to do better than they did last year. Last year was perhaps the best year in program history. Conference champion, got to the regional semifinal. Plenty of reason to be optimistic for Comstock soccer. Down to the final 15 minutes of this one as they trade throw-ins. It's 4-1 Comstock over Bloomingdale. Bloomingdale showing some good things in this game as well. Only 4 wins last year, a very young team. Only one senior dressed for today. They've got some players who have some talent. This is a team that I think is going to not be a pushover by any stretch in the Southwest 10. Bloomingdale gets a throw-in. They take on a former SAC foe in Fenville on Monday on the road, and then their first conference game coming up on Wednesday at Cassopolis. Bloomingdale brings it into the attacking third. They're not worrying about next week yet. Comstock able to cut them off, though, and the Colts get it back to midfield. Here comes Ansel. Over to Veenhuis at the center circle. Good job by Brummel. Veenhuis goes down trying to take it back, and they'll call the foul on Warden. Home opener for Bloomingdale will be coming up on Monday the 28th against Bangor. And that'll be Comstock's next opponent. They take on the Vikings here at Comstock High on Tuesday. And then they go on the road on Monday the 28th against Lawton. Free kick deflects all the way into the attacking third and toward the arc, where it's scooped up by the goalkeeper Perez. He rolls it back out. 13 and a half minutes remain in the second half, a 4-1 lead for Comstock over Bloomingdale. We started off very cloudy with a lot of blue sky now here from Comstock High, temperature in the mid-70s. Colts bring it toward the attacking third. Here's Evan Veenhuis. He has it poked away by Miguel Marin. Veenhuis gets it back at the arc. Loses it and cleared out. Harris trying to settle it down and get a rush going, but he does not have the numbers. Comstock, Kyle Moore will hold on to it. He's pressured. Makes the pass to Marcus Cannon at the center circle for Placencia. Comstock looking to move back into the attacking third. Kish over to Ansel. Ansel gets knocked down, no foul. And Bloomingdale brings it past center. Then a big collision in the center circle, and that's a foul on Comstock. Kyle Moore, guilty of the foul. He helps up Gustavo Silva, who he did foul, and Silva boots it a long way ahead. They try to rush forward for Salazar. Salazar brings it to the arc. He passes, but it's cleared out. Recovered, though, by Bloomingdale near the arc, but then a handball will go against Ricardo Sesteta, who couldn't settle it down. 12 minutes remain. It is 4-1. Comstock leads Bloomingdale. The season opener from Comstock High. Free kick goes all the way into the attacking third, but there are 4 red shirts and 1 white shirt, so advantage Bloomingdale. They're able to get it out of trouble for the moment, but Ansel comes in to help out, keep it in the attacking third. They try to get it to Veenhuis in the box. Veenhuis cut off by Miguel Marin. Over at the far sideline. Out of play. Throw in Comstock coming from Wilkins. Bloomingdale gets it off the Comstock throw in. Salazar tries to pass it ahead. Stopped about 50 yards out. Loose ball toward the center. And it is popped up in the air, headed back the other way by Comstock. Colts pop it toward the near touch line for Taubey. Ansel wanted to rush forward but couldn't settle it down. He passes it back to Placencia. Now here comes Comstock into the attacking third. But they lose it out of play, and it's a throw in back the other direction. 10:40 remains here in the second, a 4-1 lead for Comstock. Bloomingdale tries to clear it out. It goes off the head of Veenhuis. Another red shirt able to settle it down. Unable to get it out, though. Good job by Fernando Placencia to pick things off. Loose ball toward the arc. Cardinals just trying to get it out of danger, and they finally do. Silva trying to move things forward for the Cardinals. Gustavo Silva takes it past midfield. Tries to tap it ahead, but Dalton Wilkins gets in the path of his pass. And Comstock puts it past midfield. 10 minutes remain. 4-1 Comstock. Veenhuis into the attacking third. Light touch looking for Ansel at the arc. Ansel takes a shot. A little chip shot goes over the net. Goal kick coming. Mass subs now for the Colts.
Number 1, Dino Sidney.
Jeff Koss is in for the first time.
Number 11, Jeff Cross. Number 12,
David Thomas is back in. Alex Hemingway is in as well, junior. Also Sam Rabick checked in. So Comstock getting some of the backup some time here with fairly comfortable lead, 4-1. 9 minutes remain. Certainly a much better performance for Bloomingdale considering last year they fell 10-2. Coach Case, when I talked to him before the game, he said, in previous meetings they'd at least been competitive. They weren't quite sure what had happened last year as Thomas tries a shot, but it's easily saved by Perez. He knows his guys are young and still trying to figure things out for this year, but certainly the talent, you can see it watching this Bloomingdale team. Not easy to beat a team that had 19 wins last year in Comstock. The Colts playing keep away here with 8.5 minutes remaining in a 4-1 lead. Comstock, plenty of great players back from that team last year, although some tough shoes to fill. Mubarak Hassan with 59 goals, a school record last year. They have to replace that type of offensive production, and you can't replace 59 goals. It just won't happen. Bloomingdale gets it into the attacking third, but a good job by Kyle Moore to deny that opportunity. They also lost an honorable mention All-State goalkeeper in Mason House and have 2 freshmen fighting for that spot. Logan Hicks getting the nod here tonight. 8 minutes to go. Throw-in coming for Bloomingdale near midfield. And right back out of play, and another throw-in. This coming from Caleb Harris. Harris has his team's lone goal in this one. He gets it into Salazar. Salazar takes it to the arc. Salazar tries a left-footed shot, and a save made into the hands of Logan Hicks. By my unofficial tally, that's 5 saves for Hicks. On the other side, Gabriel Perez with, by my count, 16 saves. They've kept him busy. About 7 minutes to go. Bloomingdale gets it back into the attacking third. Salazar backpedals. Passes to his right for Silva. Can't settle it down. Warden recovers. Cardinals looking to go into the corner. Good defensive work from the freshman Dalton Wilkins for Comstock. That allows for Colts to try to clear it out of the defensive third. But bringing it back in was Garcia. Carlos Garcia trying to wrestle it. He takes it to the near touch line, about 20 yards out, goes out of play, and it's a Comstock throw-in. Alex Kish back into the game along with Kyle Mortimer for Comstock with 6.5 minutes remaining and a 4-1 lead. Again, head online, slocumsports.com. You can see the upcoming broadcast schedule. We've got some good action coming your way next week to fully start the fall high school sports season here in the Kalamazoo area. Is Comstock able to get it past midfield, but defender chases it down and sends it back to the goalkeeper, Perez. Really excited for the soccer match I'm calling on Monday. Defending Division II champion Matawan against Division IV semifinalist Hackett Catholic. That's coming up on Monday night. On Tuesday, Marshall and Charlotte in soccer. Wednesday, volleyball, Loy Norix and Portage Northern. As Comstock's keeper Hicks now playing keep away, gives it over to Moore. And then we go to the gridiron Thursday and Friday. Thursday, it's Vicksburg and Dowagiac. And Friday, Gull Lake and Harper Creek. Full schedule for the next month. Of course, subject to change, but you can find it online at slocumsports.com. About 5 minutes remain and 4-1 lead for Comstock. Bloomingdale looking to get into the attacking third over toward the far touch line, but good defensive work again by Wilkins, but he couldn't keep it in, so it will be a throw in for the Cardinals. Thrown into Warden, about 35 yards out. Cardinals trying to get something. Here's Salazar near the arc. He tries a long shot, and it goes well wide of the net. And that will allow for a goal kick. Under 5 minutes remain. Also check out the Slocum Sports Network on Facebook at Slocum Sports to find that. And on Twitter, follow me at Jordan Slocum. Goal kick gets it toward midfield here for Comstock. Down to 4:10 in the second half and a 4-1 lead for the Colts. Bloomingdale takes it back. They come on the attack. Here's Carlos Garcia looking to pass toward the arc. Nobody there. Colts tried to clear it out, but they deflect off of their own man. Salazar able to get it into the box for the Cardinals, but the number's not on his side. And he also has to contend with Kyle Moore, who was an all-conference defender last year. He shows why. Comstock gets it back to midfield and just boots it forward to kill some time. Down to 3:40 here in the second half, a 4-1 score. Comstock had the opening goal not even a minute in, and Bloomingdale, they weren't paying attention. Comstock gets a steal. Great job by Perez. He had two Comstock players against him. All by himself, he's able to deny any sort of shot or pass try. I tell you what, the sophomore keeper, he's done some nice things in this game for the Cardinals. And he had to make up for one of his teammates getting a bit lackadaisical late in the game. Down to 3 minutes to go as Comstock has it in the center circle. 2 goals for Evan Veenheis. He had the first one 42 seconds in and then scored another goal, his team's third, midway through the first half on a penalty kick. Had to play at the near touch line. Seth Ansel had the other first half goal for Comstock. That was about 6 minutes in. The lone goal between either team here in the second half coming 8 minutes in to the second half from David Thomas of Comstock. Bloomingdale's lone goal coming 15 minutes into the first half from Caleb Harris. 2.5 minutes remain as neither team able to get a whole lot of anything going. Comstock in defense mode and Bloomingdale unable to break that defense right now. They get into the attacking third. Here comes Salazar. Salazar goes into the box. Cut off by a defender, loose ball. It's out of play, and I think they're going to get a corner kick. And they will. This is the first corner Bloomingdale's had in the game. Very few between the two teams. There are only 3 by Comstock, and this is the first one for Bloomingdale. And we'll have time stop briefly as Kyle Moore's limping off the field. Bloomingdale player wasn't aware of this, tried to bring the corner in a little soon. Moore limping off. You hope he's okay. As we mentioned, he's a senior, he's a captain, and an all-conference defender. Not a guy you want to see get hurt, as he's at least able to walk off to the bench under his own power. So hopefully it's nothing severe for Comstock. Corner kick taken, nobody able to get a shot off. It goes to the opposite corner, and Comstock will try to clear it out, but Bloomingdale tried to get a shot, goes out of play for a goal kick from the far corner. Under 2 minutes to go, 4-1 your score. Again, head to slocumsports.com for more on the upcoming schedule. Appreciate you joining me here on this Friday evening. Glad to have the fall season underway. And underway it is. Comstock looking to start off their season with a victory, and they're about 70 seconds away from doing so. 4-1 they lead Bloomingdale. Cardinals get it into the attacking third once again. Gustavo Silva at the far corner. Tried to get across. It was deflected back at him. Now the ball trickles into the box. And the Colts able to clear it out. Now Comstock might try to rush ahead. They get it past midfield. This is Dino Sivley in for the first time, but he's denied by a couple of red shirts. Sivley, a senior. Bloomingdale gets it back to midfield, down to 35 seconds. Carlos Esteta looking for a long pass ahead, hits off the back of the shin of Salazar. Salazar pops it into the box, but too far in front of any target, and the keeper Hicks will easily scoop it up. Down to 20 seconds. Later on tonight, we'll have the full recap of this game at slocumsports.com, along with the full broadcast, which you can listen back to if you please. They try a pass into the box for Sivley, couldn't get a shot off. It's cleared out, and that will wrap it up. And Comstock has a victory in the opening match of the year. Your final score is 4-1. Comstock defeats Bloomingdale. Again, the full broadcast will be up online later tonight at slocumsports.com. It was 3-1 at halftime. Veenhuis 2 goals in the first half, 1 on a penalty kick. Seth Ansel had the other. Caleb Harris, a lone Bloomingdale goal coming in the first half. And then David Thomas getting the lone goal between either team in the second half to make it a 4-1 final score. By my count, 16 saves from Gabriel Perez of Bloomingdale, so good work by him to keep him to 4. 5 saves made by Logan Hicks. So Comstock wins their opener. They'll be back in action at home on Tuesday against Bengal. And Bloomingdale, they're 0-1 to start their year, and they'll be back in action on the road Monday at Fenville, and then on Wednesday, they'll be at Cassopolis for their first Southwest 10 Conference contest of the year. Again, your final score is 4-1. Comstock defeats Bloomingdale. Head online to SlocumSports.com for the upcoming schedule. Coming up on Monday, Division II state champion Mattawan taking on Division IV runner-up, or rather Division IV semifinalist Hackett County. That'll be on Monday in boys soccer action. More soccer Tuesday with Marshall and Charlotte. Volleyball Wednesday with Roy Norris and Portage Northern. And football Thursday and Friday. Thursday, Vicksburg and Wajack. And Friday, Gull Lake and Harbor Creek. Thanks for listening in here on this Friday evening. 4-1 your final score. Comstock defeats Bloomingdale. Jordan Slocum saying so long from Comstock. Talk to you again after a while.